I will delete your fear of rejection in this video. My younger self was absolutely terrified of rejection, and it held me back from having success with girls for the longest time. But at 19, I made mindset shifts and started acting in a different way, and it actually allowed me to start having tons of success with girls once I stopped fearing rejection. So I'm going to teach you exactly what I did at 19. Start having this success and never fear rejection again. And understanding this first thing will encourage you to embrace rejection. At 19, I moved from New York to Florida, and I went out to the mall to try and meet girls because I knew absolutely no one there. And the first girls that I talked to, I walked up to, I waved at them and said, hey, and they just kept walking, and it was absolutely devastating. And I didn't talk to another girl for months. I was not used to rejections, and this rejection set me back so much. But now, I'll get rejected sometimes 10 times in a night. I can go up to a girl and she can say I have a boyfriend, or I can have a conversation and it leads nowhere. And these things just bounce right off me. And I'm still the same happy version of myself. Even if I get rejected, I'm just like, oh, it was very nice to meet you, have a nice night. And I go on and talk to someone else who is receptive to my approach. And this allows me to have success in nights where I'll talk to 5 or 10 girls, get rejected, and then that 11th girl is the one that is receptive and everything goes my way and goes well. See, what you gotta understand is that rejection makes you stronger. The more times you face rejection, not just with girls, but in life, with taking sales calls, getting rejected, and then getting that sale, you realize that rejection is something you have to face in life, and the more rejection you face, the more success that you will get, because not everything is going to go your way. If you haven't learned this already in life, you need to accept that you're going to face times when things just don't go your way, and the more you can deal with rejection, with adversity, and continue on with positivity, with optimism, continuing to go after your goal, this is going to allow you to achieve success in anything, including getting girls, so much quicker. And boys, this is one of the ways that I developed my confidence, was by cold approaching every single attractive girl that I saw to get over my fear of it. And I built a confidence transformation guide that's going to allow you to develop true, unshakable confidence. And that is one of the steps along with a bunch of others. So you can go discover exactly what I did to build my confidence and become the man I am today. And now this is why you should want to go through as many rejections as possible as soon as you can. See, when I was getting started, there was times when I would say something that didn't make sense and it kind of ended the conversation, or I went up with a completely flawed approach and it ended right there. And in those moments, I felt the sting of it, especially when I was new to cold approaching. I hadn't developed my confidence and I was just getting started. I would feel the sting of what I did wrong. And it was a lesson that I could only learn the hard way. And on a long enough time frame, I started to be able to piece together all the things that I made mistakes on, and I knew what not to do. So now the reason why after 3 years of talking to so many girls, most of my conversations go really, really well is because I've just done it so many times. I've been able to learn social skills at the highest degree across many different cultures, knowing people and being able to read them very well. So this is only something that you're going to cultivate through dealing with rejections. You're only going to learn a lesson the hard way, just the same way as if you touch a hot stove. You're going to learn that you don't want to touch a hot stove because it's going to burn you and it's going to hurt. So rejection is going to teach you what to do and what not to do, and then you're also going to have plenty of successes, but the rejections are absolutely necessary in order to learn and develop and become the charismatic version of yourself that you want to be. And now here's something my dad always told me throughout middle school and high school when it came to getting girls and going and talking to them, but I never fully embraced until I was 20 years old. So at 20, I went to Sweden and I had the intention of making friends and getting with girls. I knew absolutely no one in the city where I was going, and that was my one sole purpose, was to really cultivate social skills and put everything that I've learned through reading some books, through self-improving, to the test. And I absolutely killed it. I made tons of friends who I still have to this day. I had tons of success with girls. And it was one of the times where I truly realized my dad's lesson, which was you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And this is true in every single realm of your life. If you want to go and talk to a girl and it doesn't go well, you're in the same position that you were in now, because if you missed that opportunity by not executing on it, you took a rejection. The rejection was just you being a little bitch. That was the rejection, and that is a bigger sting than you going and trying, at least having courage, having balls to go and talk to her and see if it would have worked out. See, the biggest rejection is going to be you not trying. At least if you're going and trying and you know now, okay, well, I'm in the same position where I was before, but at least I tried. At least I learned something from the experience. Like the earlier lessons, you're picking up little things that's going to allow you to get better. And if you succeed, you succeed. So that's one of the biggest things that I've been able to take away from getting girls and also applying this in every realm of my life. I'm just now starting a new business because I saw an opportunity and I'm like, well, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So it's this mindset that's going to allow you to succeed in all realms of life. When you get over rejection, you're not only going to do 10 times better with girls, but you're also just going to live a better life, which which kind of directly correlates to you getting more girls too. The more you just are savagely going after the things you want in life, the more attractive you're going to be to girls as a whole. So it's just a mindset you have to cultivate all in all and realize that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain all of the time. So might as well just go after everything you want. And now don't just take my word for it. Let's look at someone like Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. When he's getting pitched from someone who wants him to invest in his company, he asks them, how many cold calls have you done to try and sell your product? How many doors have you knocked on? And if they say, oh, I haven't really done that much, he doesn't invest in their company because they haven't even tried. They haven't even done the necessary steps in order to succeed. And a lot of you, this can relate to a lot of you because you might be sitting here watching this video saying, oh, I want to get girls, I want a cold approach. I speak to a lot of my coaching clients all the time who are like, oh yeah, man, I really want a hot girlfriend. I'm like, what are you doing to get her? And they're like, nothing. And it's just like, bro, come on. Like this mindset from Mark Cuban in business is very applicable in girls. A lot of sales and business mindsets, if you applied them with girls, you would be truly unstoppable because people will go and call all day long for trying to sell some product, get 200 rejections, and they get that one yes and they make money. See, it's the same thing with girls. You're not going to be sitting here cold calling girls, but you can go out and talk to every girl you find attractive. You might get rejected a bunch, but then you'll also have success. So if you really want to change your situation, if you're scared to talk to girls, if you're not in a position where you have a hot girlfriend or you're seeing girls on a regular basis, the only thing you should be doing to change your life is start interacting with girls. Stop trying to think that dating apps is going to solve your problem. You need to go out and cultivate real social skills, learning to pick up on cues, read body language, have emotional and social intelligence, be a funny, charismatic guy, and you're only going to do this by going and one, facing a bunch of rejections, and then two, putting yourself out there consistently and also eventually getting to that point where you're having tons of success. So my action step for you in this video is go and cold approach every single attractive girl that you see. This is going to be one way that you're going to develop courage and unshakable confidence in yourself, building trust in your word that when you say you want to go talk to a girl, you go and talk to her. And boys, if you want help building your confidence to the highest degree possible, I built the confidence transformation guide that took me from a shy, insecure geek to an outgoing, confident extrovert. I'm going to give you all the steps for free. It's the first link in the description below. You can grab that now.